Welcome to the Tee Off.
Ooh, spill that tea, sis.
This is how we like to start our show off. We like to spill some tea on our favorite athletes and some of the crazy situations they get themselves into. Look, this week we got a little two-parter for you. We're going to start with some sad and with some funny. All right, sad. Jaylen Twyman. It's spelled Twyman. 6th round pick for the Minnesota Vikings this year. He was one of 4 people shot in the DC area. That is where he's from. He was back home during the offseason this past Monday. Okay. It's kind of crazy. He was just driving in a car.
Hot out there.
Yeah. Look, y'all don't know much about him because he's a 6th round draft pick, but he's in his hometown area, and his hometown area has always been hot. Like, my peoples from the DC, B-More area, they know the block is hot over there. And the way that his agent and every news source has described this is he really just caught some strays. Just like wrong place, wrong time. There was a drive-by shooting. Like, the cops found dozens of shell casings in the area. He and 3 other men got shot. 2 of the men that were shot fled the location, but showed up to a hospital later on and then were identified. Him and another person on the scene were shot. Police came on the scene, attended to them, took them to the emergency room, right? So it looks like 2 sets of people shooting at each other, and man's just got caught in the middle of it. It's kind of insane. He got shot 4 times.
Man, I'm going to talk about J. Cole for a second. He has a great line off his new album where he's like, I wish there was a hotline for my niggas to call when they think about getting triggers involved. Because a lot of people die unnecessarily. Whether it's DC, Baltimore, Chicago, Houston, wherever, it's unnecessary.
Yeah. Look, he grew up in the Lincoln Heights projects. He beat all the odds, all of them. His father was doing 10 years for drug trafficking when he was 5. Yes. His uncle was shot less than a mile from where he was shot. His older brother was also shot in that same area.
I just never go back.
Yo, but his whole thing is he beat the odds. He got to the NFL, all with the dream of making the generational money to move his family out of that very same area.
Nah, it's a real thing. A lot of players go through this. This is what we don't realize. A lot of players come from poverty. People make fun of them for not knowing how to deal with fame, money, success, etc. Like the idea that LeBron James has been around and in the spotlight for 25 years, basically, and has never done anything wrong is amazing. And there are so many other players who do things wrong, but only because they don't have the experience, context, whatever, to know how to do right. I mean, you go back, for example, Miami Hurricanes. Huge example of this. They would love to go to the hood in Miami and get the football players.
But, that's where they at.
And they had a bunch of Hall of Fame players.
Exactly.
So that is where talent is at, but they are not nurtured at all. It is, I guess the best analogy is like a bucket of crabs.
It's tough because it really seems like these people had no intention of shooting him. He really just caught some strays. But the best part about this is, thank God, all flesh wounds, all exit wounds require no surgery. And according to him, his agent, and all the sources I have seen, he is supposed to be able to make a full recovery, be ready for the season, and it should not impact his career at all.
Now, before we finish up on this, I want to say 2 quick things as a responsible gun owner.
Responsible gun owner DeMarcus.
So First is / maybe future law school student. Number 1, intent follows the bullet. Doesn't matter what you were trying to do, whatever you do counts. That's it.
Okay.
The second is you got to always know where you're shooting, what's in front of it, and what's behind it, and you're responsible for it. So there's no I accidentally shot him in the stray. You shot. That's your job to know.
People pick up strays in situations like this
All the time.
yet daily.
If there were more responsible gun owners, though, it wouldn't happen.